Okay, so let's just jump into the good stuff right away here. I need to get to 1,000 subscribers before the 20th of Feb 2018. It's impossible, but there's nothing better than an impossible challenge, eh? This is a follow-up to my animation of BFRO data over time. I'll link to the previous video below. In that, I looked at Bigfoot sightings by year from 1970 to 2017, and also some data grouped by decades. In this new video, I have instead grouped the data by month. This is not for any particular year, it's for the entire data set. I'll go through some bar charts towards the end so you can see how volume of sightings actually change by month and over time. I received a couple of comments on the Bigfoot Reddit and below the last video asking what happens if we zoom into a particular region. In the upcoming segments, I'm going to show Washington, Oregon, California, Nevada, Pennsylvania, New York, and finally Florida. This is Washington and Oregon, which looked like it might be the most intense area of Bigfoot sightings on the entire map. I was really pleased that we can actually see the Wenatchee National Forest on this map. Thank you, Google. Winter sightings seem to be clustered to the west side of the forest, and maybe that's where the people are in winter. In summer, the sightings seem to be all over the place, particularly around the forest. Notice that sometimes you get Class A sightings with a number of Class Bs dotted around them. In my mind, this helps to link Bigfoot sightings, Class A, to Bigfoot sounds and other Class B sightings. Here we have California and Nevada. Once again, we see some interesting seasonality. There are very few sightings in February, and something strange seems to happen in May, with a cluster of Class B sightings in one of the forests. Things get really busy again in summer, and in December, we have a classic Class A with two Class Bs really close by. Although these sightings may have happened in different years, it is interesting to see all three in the same area. Now we're over in the northeast, looking at Pennsylvania and New York. Can you see any migration or other behavioural patterns on these maps? Do you know about migration of other animals? Is Bigfoot moving around after his prey? What about the movement of bears? Does this data help to rule out bears, or does it support skeptics? And finally, we're down in Florida. This was one of the most dense Bigfoot areas on the map. In the previous video I talked about the size of the dots. I should do the same thing again here. I have now stripped all 19 Class C sightings out of the data because they were confusing things in R. This way we get a consistent system on each map. Large dots are Class A and small dots are Class B. There are no medium-sized dots. I was having a problem because May and December had no Class C, so they looked really different to all the rest. I thought something amazing was going on until I had a look at the Class C chart by month. And finally, some charts. It turns out that Class B sightings are highest in October, but they are also quite high in July and August. This shows the value of looking at the overall trends as well as the maps. Overall sightings are highest in October. This isn't something I would have guessed. Looking at the data by year, there are peaks in the 1970s and the 2000s. Data from the current decade is incomplete in two ways. Not only is the decade itself not complete, there is also a delay in reporting sightings. For example, on the BFRO website you will see cases where someone's reporting a sighting from 1995, but they're actually reporting it in 2005. So some of this year's and last year's sightings, for example, are yet to be reported. Thank you for watching this video. I'm really hoping this goes out to as many mystery fans as possible. I would like to get to 1,000 subscribers before the YouTube deadline. So if you have enjoyed this and want to see more, please like and subscribe. I will now leave the maps and charts on loop so you can review them in peace.